good day everybody. Craig back at you. First ride 2022 of the Honda Goldwing. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in April. 80 degrees. You cannot beat that. I don't expect the temperature to stay this way for the next few days, but if I'll take it today and I'll be out and about on the bike. So over the course of the winter, did a couple little maintenance things. As you saw, maybe added a battery to the bike and added a belly pan, just for a little bit more protection underneath for the engine. But what I really wanted to focus on this video is my pet peeve. The big pet peeve that I have with Honda and the Honda Goldwing, specifically the 2018 Plus Honda Goldwing. Now, the Goldwing's a great bike. This is a minor pet peeve. It's not like I'm going to get rid of my bike over this, but I just don't know what Honda was thinking. It's actually just stupid the way they designed this. So what I'm referring to is the gas cap lid that you have on the 2018 and newer Honda Goldwings is way too difficult of a system just to be able to put gas in your bike. It's just overly complicated, just stupid, with too many points of failure. So for those of you that don't know, with the 2018 Plus Honda Goldwing, you have a little cubby on the side where you push the button that opens the cubby door. It's really activated by your key being close to the bike, and you push the button, it opens a cubby door that shows another button that you push that releases the fuel lid door. The problem that I see with this is there's way too many points of failure. 2 points of failure that just don't need to be there, overly complicated. So first point of failure, let's talk about this cubby lid. If the cubby lid, for whatever reason, doesn't open, then you can't get to the fuel door release. So you can't put gas in your car. You can't put gas in your motorcycle. So you're left with a couple options. First option is if you can't get it open and you really need gas, you break it. I mean, that's what you can do. You really need gas. Maybe you can get your bike towed, depending on where you are. You can't put gas in it, so you're going to just tow it somewhere. So maybe to the dealership so they can try to get in it without breaking it. But if you're stuck, if you're out and about, you're way, way, way away from home, which you might be on a touring motorcycle, and you can't get that door open, you're going to break it. Second thing you can do with that little cubby door is, like Max McAllister showed a video, you can drill a little hole into it, and maybe if you hit it at the right spot, and then you can put like a pencil in there or a pen to try to get to that fuel door release switch and hit it. So even though you can't get the cubby open, you can stick something in there and activate that switch. That's a second option you can do. But again, too complicated, too difficult. We don't need this. Why are we coming up with fixes for something that shouldn't be, that shouldn't have been designed this way to begin with? Second issue that you have is, let's say you get that cubby door open. Now you get to the fuel door release switch and it don't work. You push it, nothing happens. It's on a cable, it just doesn't work. Now you can't get the fuel lid door open. So what are your choices? Your choices is to break your fuel lid, pull it up, break it, do whatever you can to get it open so you can get some gas in your motorcycle. Or you can get it towed, and maybe you can take it to the dealer and they can figure out how to get it open without breaking it. But again, if you're out and about, you're touring, maybe you don't, maybe that's not an option. So your other option is just to break it. That's not a good option. Why would Honda do this? It's just stupid. I don't know why they would do that. It just makes no sense to me. But I am going to give you some recommendations that I have that I've picked up off of the forums that you can just have in consideration prior to you getting caught in this situation. First thing you can do, the latch that's on the fuel lid door, you can just remove that. Take it off. Some people have, and they just put the fuel lid door down, and then they just attach some Velcro or that hoop and latch, whatever it is, the kind of stuff you put on your Easy Pass that keeps your Easy Pass on. They attach that, and then they just push the lid down and they press it down, and then whenever they want to put gas, they just lift it up, and they don't even go through using the switches. So that's an option if you remove that latch. And maybe that's something you might want to think about if you're going on a long trip. Just like, hey, I'm not going to remove it permanently, but I'm going to be out of town, so I'm going to do that so I don't run into this trouble. The second option, and the one I went with, there was a gentleman on the GL 1800 forums, and he modified the actual latch that locks down the fuel lid door, that holds it in place, so that in an emergency, you can pull it up, and it will come up, it'll pop up, and it will still work under normal operation. So it's not meant to be done every time, but I'll use the regular system, the messed up system that Honda has, but if some reason there's a failure somewhere, I can pull up my fuel lid door and it will pop open. That's the second one. What I'll do is I'll put a picture of the latch. I actually bought the latch from one of the gentlemen, I guess, said on the forums. He had modified it, but I'll put the original latch and I'll put the modified latch so you can see how it's been modified. Now, I didn't do it myself. I don't know how to do it, not mechanically like that. But if you take a look at the two latches, I'm sure you could figure it out. And if that's something you wanted to do, you could do that. So those are a couple options that you have that you can utilize, again, to bypass Honda's stupid system that they came up with of too many points of failure just to put gas in your motorcycle. Lastly, I don't know, and I don't know why Honda doesn't do this, and my suggestion is going forward that maybe Honda at least considers this. Why in the world do we need a locking gas lid anyway on motorcycles? I mean, are we so concerned that somebody's going to put something in our tank, put sugar in your tank? Are we so concerned in 2022 that somebody's going to siphon gas out of our motorcycles that we need to have the fuel door lock? And it's not just Hondas. There's a lot of motorcycles that have the fuel door locked or the gas lid locked. Do we really need that? What I would do, again, is my vehicle, my truck, just has like a compression lid. You push on it, it pops up, you put gas in it. There's no locking mechanism. There's no anything. That just push on it, pops up, put gas in it. It's simple. Why can't we have something simple like that on our motorcycles? Just open the gas lid door and put gas in it. I mean, it worked for centuries. Well, maybe not centuries. I don't know if cars have been around for centuries. But it's worked for a long time that we just open your gas lid and you put gas in it. If you really needed a locking mechanism like some of the vehicles do, if you want to install a locking gas lid, but the actual gas cap. If you want to make a locking gas cap, if you're that concerned about it, all right, then install a locking gas cap. But I don't even think you need to do that in this day and age. It's just a bad design to me. It causes unneeded stress and undue hardship, because the time that you really need to put that gas in it and it doesn't work, you're going to be up a creek without a paddle. So, again, just some suggestions. And then the last thing I'll say is the area that you might really need a lock on your motorcycle on the 2018 and above, they don't put one. So on your cubby here, the center console cubby, there's no lock on that. But now if you're like me, you probably use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto and your phone is in there. How many of you, raise your hand while you watch the video, how many of you that got the newer Goldwing have left your phone in there and walked into a restaurant, walked into a store because you totally forgot that you left your phone in the cubby, in this little center console, because it's already connected for your Android Auto or your Apple CarPlay. I do it all the time. I forget to pull it out, but I can't lock it. There's no lock on this. The one thing I would say where you would keep your valuables on the bike, besides your trunk, is right here. This should be able to lock, but it doesn't lock. If you want to add a lock, Honda, add it to that instead of adding two-stage mechanisms just to be able to put gas in your motorcycle. So that's my rant. That's my pet peeve. Honda, fix it. Just put a regular gas lid on it, regular gas cap, and that's one less thing we have to worry about and stress out if you're out and about and all of a sudden one of those two mechanisms fails. So anyway, hope everyone's having a great time. Got a couple trips planned, and there'll be some videos involving those trips, so stay tuned for that. I hope everyone has had an opportunity to get out on your bikes and enjoy the day, and we will be talking to you soon. Take care, everybody, and God bless.